Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nemeka Onyeka Obierere. What is happening in Kenya today also brings to question the doubts whether Africa is ripe for democracy. If we want to practice democracy in Africa, our African leaders must learn to respect the tenets, the foundations, the principles of a representative democracy known as a representative government known as democracy. Democracy is simply government of the people by the people for the people. The moment a leader under a supposed democratic arrangement stop listening to the people, or a vast majority of the people, that is the moment the leader has lost legitimacy to continue to lead the people that he proposed to lead. And that is the truth. William Ruto came to power riding on the mass of popular will and appeal against the establishment's wishes, against the wishes of the incumbent who he was deputizing, against the powerful and mighty in Kenya. The masses rallied around him and elected him president. He came to power with pomp and pageantry. And today, look at what is happening. Innocent citizens are being killed because they dare to protest. What is at the root of this matter? Mr. President, you wanted to pass a bill, a finance bill, increasing the taxes of the people that you purport to lead. Remember, Mr. President of Kenya, you are not there on your own. You are not an emperor, you're not a despot. The same thing message is for other presidents, governors, and leaders in Africa. For crying out loud, as a president or as a governor or as a senator or as a representative member, you are there at the mercy of the people. You are there to represent the interest of the people. You are not there by your own making. The moment you lost the support of a majority is the moment you should resign and walk away. The people of Kenya are simply saying, we will not allow these taxes. Mr. President, that you and the members of the National Assembly have agreed to pass a bill does not make it right. The moment the people clamored for it not to continue, what will you have done? That is why in sane environment, in saner climes where we have true democratic practices, there's provision for referendum. There are provisions for opinion polls. That is why in the West, core West, where democracy is practiced, governments always seek to know the feelings and the opinions of the people on any particular contentious issues through opinion polls or referendum. What William Ruto and the political establishment, the political class, the insensitive political class, the legislators will have done was, when there was massive outcry, was first of all suspend the bill and then conduct a referendum, try and carry out campaign, explain to the people the urgent imperative and need for their taxes to be increased and the cushioning incentives that they are going to put in place. That the National Assembly passed it against the will of the people does not make it right. The will of the people in any democratic government, the will of the people in any representative democracy triumphs. In fact, the people are actually the sovereign. The sovereign is not the paper you're carrying called constitution. Yes, the constitution is the ground norm. The constitution regulates the life and the will of the people. But when a majority even questions some of the provisions in the body of law, you need to subject it to referendum or to review. That you're carrying a constitution, that you passed a bill, which is law, against the overriding interest of the people, against the wishes and will of a vast majority, that you did it by law does not make it right, because the sovereignty is the people. The sovereignty is not Kenya as a name or the geographical enclave for Kenya. The sovereignty are the people. They are the sovereigns. Why is this so difficult for political rulers in Africa to understand this? That the people represent the sovereign. The same thing in religious centers. The church is not the building. The church is the people. Without the people, the building is nothing. Without the people, the piece of paper you're carrying is nothing. Now, tens of people have been murdered because of the obstinacy of one man and some group of elitist bandits who call themselves legislators. It's a lesson for the rest of Africa. Always listen to your people. When in doubt, conduct opinion polls. Honest opinion polls. Not like the Mahmoud Yakubu criminality called election. When in doubt, conduct referendum. Campaign to push your matter out there. Under Goodluck Jonathan, even before subsidy was removed, there was massive campaign from Sanusi Lamido Sanusi as CBN governor to Okonjo-Iweala. There was massive campaign to convince the people. Even when they removed the subsidy in 2012 and the people protested, and some bandits who are today ruling Nigeria manipulated the anger of the people to stage protests in Ojota, Jonathan reversed himself. Jonathan reversed himself not because Jonathan's decision was wrong, because from the benefit of hindsight, we all knew that Jonathan was right. But for whatever reason, Jonathan and his team did not do enough work to convince the people of the need to remove subsidy. Jonathan removed subsidy, the people protested, and as a listening leader, one who understands the tenets and the values and principles of democratic representation, he reversed himself. That's a leader who listens. I may not agree with all the politics of Jonathan. I may not agree with most of the things he did, but Jonathan was a compassionate, humble man. And of course, they leveraged on that his compassion and obedience to the rule of law, and the kicked and rigged him out. Today, Nigerians are feeling the consequences of that silly and stupid actions that the majority of us took. Of course, it's democracy. Whatever we sow, we reap. Whatever we sow, we harvest. Over the last 9 years, we have been harvesting the consequences of using a religious bigotry and blind hate and emotions to kick out a man who was better than the bandits that took over from him. And today we are feeling it. William Ruto, you have to apologize. He should resign. William Ruto should resign. Even members of parliament, they should resign. As the truth. You cannot shed the blood of your people because you want to remain in power. That's not democracy. Thank you.